Hi everybody, this is Liz with 143 Handmade. Welcome. I am working on my Halloween journal. This is part 2 of the 3-part series. In the first part, you saw me add most of my pockets and that kind of thing. And here we are in part 2. I'm going to set the journal aside and I'm going to decide which of all of these elements I am going to turn into tuckables, or what. I have a few extra envelopes and things over here and some stickers, you know, because that's always fun. But see, I think these are great as just kind of as they are as tuckable journal cards, potentially that one too, and these guys as bookmarks, that sort of thing. But these smaller ones, see, like this is 3 separate squares, I just haven't cut it out yet. There's another good one for just a journal card. So there are a ton of pieces in this thing, so got a little excited as I was making it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate it into a couple of different piles. Finished tags, or not finished tags, but you know, they could be finished tags. And then my journal cards over here, and then things I definitely want to do something else with, and then things I'm not sure of. I know that's kind of confusing, but you know. Here we go. Do we want that guy to just be a journal card? I'm not sure. Okay, and then we've got the tags. And you know, I think that, I know. I'm going to just leave a bunch of the tags plain. I'm going to include them in the journal kit, and you'll be able to embellish them as you wish, you know. Let's see, we have all these teeny tiny things. So most of the little stuffs I am going to either use as an element, you know, to create something else, or I am going to include in the journal just in one of the envelopes. Because I'm going to sell this journal as semi-embellished, because I am doing some of it right here with you guys, but at the same time I am going to include a bunch of extra stuff that I'm not actually like installing in the journal. So here we go. Yeah, I think those, I like the idea of turning them into something. That one's super fun. I need to do a purple Halloween kit next year. And these are definitely just the images, because these are just some things that I printed out on regular copy paper and then cut out. So that's definitely something I want to, you know, do something with, not just tuck it in. I'm not sure on that one. That's a journal card. That's a journal card. Teeny tiny little tag. Finished tags. More journal cards. These are more that if I printed them on cardstock, I would probably just call them journal cards, but because they're paper, I kind of want to do something with them. Thought this would be super fun to glue onto a page as like a feature piece. And just because I'm putting it over here, you know, in this pile, doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to use it, you know. It's just things that I know I don't want to put in as they are. You know, I want to do something to first. So there's Mr. Bristleman making his way through. I'm not sure you guys could see him as he skirts the edge of my desk. Here's some more journaling cards, that sort of stuff. So I'm just going to set those away on the side. And then I have this page. So all of this could be tuckables, you know, and that's just, like, that's a good amount of stuff right there. And then I have all these tags that are already made. Let's go ahead and pull a couple of these out. Yeah, just like one of each size. Well, let's see. This one's the plainer of the two. We'll leave that one because it's more decorative. And let's see what little elements we can pull and add on here. That might be fun. I like that. Just all askew on there. Excuse me from my sniffles. Ooh, I like that because I can make that a pocket on the tag. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Okay. My glue has run away on me a little bit. I'm going to wipe it off real quick. So I'm just gonna, actually, before I even do that, let me see. Yep, right here. Right here. So I have this thing. It's from close to my heart, but really you can use your scissors. Any sharp edge will do, but it's for roughing up the edge of paper. See that? I was thinking about making some of these because I sew as well. And so I have a bunch of rotary cutter blades that really aren't like, you know, they're not good enough for fabric anymore, but like they would totally do this, you know? So I was thinking about making some of these out of polymer clay, but haven't got around to it yet. But one of the things I like about doing this is that it makes it look older, you know? It makes it look like something that is not brand new, you know? Which I love. So, not that I don't like brand new things, obviously, but I love the older look, especially for a Halloween journal. Like, Halloween's the perfect time for grunge and old and charcoal and, you know, that sort of a look, in my opinion. So, there we go. And see, that also, by roughing up the edges, kind of gives a little bit of, I don't know, more texture, more personality, if you will, to that item. There we go. Super cute. And you know, it's okay that the other side's plain. And again, on these, I went ahead and they are printed on the sheet with the little triangles cut out and all that. But I mean, you can cut it there if you want the individual tickets, you know, the individual tags. But I really like the idea of not doing it, and that way you get 2 for 1, and you can put this over the edge of a page. You know, I really like it. Let's see. Let's go ahead and I don't really want to have anything hanging off like that. Let's see. I didn't make a whole lot of these super small, so that is one thing I will say is that see, like on this elements page, this would be a great page to print out on cardstock and in multiple sizes. So that way you have multiple sized elements to play with here. Because these are kind of all of a size. So I have 2 of those. They're lovely, my lovely fairy. That could be interesting, just doing the half on, half off thing. Maybe. Or do we want to just add this fairy? It's the same fairy actually, but just on a different thing. Let's see. I don't know. I don't think there's quite enough contrast there. Let's see. I know I have some more stuffs. Here we go. Here's some more of the little stuffs. That looks cute. And there's plenty of contrast there. I'll put the dragon. No, I think I like the owl better. What about this lovely lady? Yeah, I like that. So that's what we're doing. And this time I'm just going to glue it down. And I'm going to be extra generous with the glue apparently because there was a bunch that had leaked on out. And I'm actually going to go ahead and just take some of these bits of orange cut-off paper and randomly throw them down. I mean, you guys saw how random that was. Oh, I wish I'd thought about it. This would be a great place to add a layer of cheesecloth too. If you have cheesecloth or fabric or lace. Oh, I have some lace right here. I just remembered. It's funny how we'll be talking on a video and it remind ourselves of something. I do it to myself all the time. Now, I like to take this the gathering strip off of there, and I like to just cut it off. It's just easier for me, but you can totally do all kinds of things with that. Let's see, where's my other tag that I was gonna decorate? It is a small one, so it's not gonna take very much. Where'd my scissors go? There they go. And so we're just gonna do that. Put just a big old dab right here in the center, because it's gonna go through the lace, so you kind of need it to be a little excessive. And so set that down and then grab something to put on top that's not too big. That's too big. Let's see. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just stick this on there. And then in a second when it's dry, I will snip that off. Actually, you know what? It's holding really good. I'm just going to go ahead and snip it now. Like so. And there we go. And I mean, this is still totally usable. You know, this little bit of orange here. So, there we go. And so I'm just going to keep playing like this. This is how I work. Like, you're not... You know, it's not, we're not making, you know, we're not building houses here. We don't need to overthink it. We can just allow ourselves to have fun and not be overly concerned with getting it right. You know, there really is no wrong and right here. Let's see. I think it would be cute to just gather a tiny bit of this. Like so. Okay, there's a big old dollop of glue just right there, so I'm just going to go ahead and use it. Getting in between all the layers. Really gooping up that end. I'm going to have to cover that up with something, but that's okay. And there we go. Kind of replacing her dress with a bit of lace. See that? And then what I will do is I will take some beads or another bit of lace or something like that to form the belt after I get this to stick. There we go. I think it's sticking now. Nope, not quite. Okay, so what I'm going to do is reach over here and grab my clip, clamp, whatever. And see, I'm not putting it where the glue is, but it will still drastically help that glue to stay held down. There we go. Yep, okay. Okay, so now after that dries, what I'll do is I'll take, like I said, either another little piece of fabric or, yeah, I might even just take this headband here. And see how, yeah, actually I can just do it right now while the glue's wet. Just trim a little piece of it. Stick it right across the top. And it looks like a waistband, kind of. I mean, a wide waistband for how skinny she is, but you know. If I kind of tuck that edge under. And tuck that edge under. There we go. Now it looks the right width. And it covered up all that yucky glue. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave the clamp on it though, because that was a lot of layers to glue together. So I want to make sure that it stays that way. So let's see. Let's go ahead and grab this guy and just build a fun journal card on it. Let's go ahead and use some of these, you know, one of these images. Yeah. Let's see what we want to do. Okay, I like that. Let me see, and I want to add a little bit of lace undertone. Well, actually, hold on. Okay, I went and found some goodies. So, but I think this is what I wanted. Actually, it's just this black mesh. So, I'm going to fold it over, get a couple layers of it going on, figure out roughly how much I need. And I like to cut it like this, where you kind of bunch it up and then whack it, so that way you don't get that clean edge, but that's just my preference. And see right here, I have it doubled up, but I don't want the folded edge. Okay, now make sure there's no hairs trapped in it. No lint, none of those things. Now's the time to get rid of them. And see, and now what I'm going to do is, okay, this is my piece. And so I'm just going to really goop this up. Make sure I have a good layer of glue going on. Okay, I'm back. Lost my train of thought a little bit. My cat had a little bit of an issue. I got it handled though, so... But I'm not sure how dry this glue is. Yeah, that glue's kind of dry to the touch. So, even though it's excessive, you know, I am going to add another layer of glue. And because it already has that one layer of glue on it, it will adhere really, really well. So I'm going to slide that off that way just for a second. Grab these up. Again, make sure that there's no... you know, hairs, lint, anything like that you don't want in there. Now's the time to make sure it's not. I'm going to slide this off towards me. Make sure I have it right side up. I'm not really worried about getting it perfectly positioned because I am putting it on the mesh. So, as you can see, I can still wiggle it around. Now, I gently push down and make sure that I kind of run my finger around the edge, thereby pushing the glue more towards the center as opposed to pushing it out. And then I kind of just do a quick swirl around the middle. Got really good adhesion. Yep, it's stuck on there real good. I like how the mesh is all bunchy around it, adds some lovely dimension. Super cute. Okay. So we'll set that guy aside to dry, along with our other elements that we've made. Let's see. I want to get some. I was planning to make some altered paper clips with these guys. I'm gonna set those aside. I didn't bring my stuff to make altered paper clips though, but you guys know the drill. If you don't, I have videos. Other people have videos. There's a ton of videos out there to teach you all about altered paper clips. That's what I'm trying to get out. Let's see. Which one do we want to use here? Nope, not quite the right size. Okay, again, I like this one. Let's see, let's go ahead and do this one this way though. And I do like that it's got the spider, so we can definitely get away with some more mesh or webbing or, you know, something of that nature. Ooh, let's maybe do some layers. Maybe one of the mesh and one of the lace. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to willy-nilly hack that off. And again, kind of scrunch it up so you don't get a nice clean edge. You get a wonky edge. Crooked edge. I like that. Kind of lay that on there like so. And then just pushing, you know, put that right in the middle. I like it. Super simple, super, you know, anybody can do this. If you've got some paper, scissors, and glue, you can do this. It doesn't matter what images you use. These happen to be out of my kit, my Halloween kit this year, 2024, but at the same time, like, you can totally, this could be a magazine image that you got for free, you know? It doesn't have to be anything in particular here. You're just looking to build up layers. At least that's all I'm trying to do. Build up some layers. But at the same time, I do want to be able to flip it over and write on it without too much difficulty. So when you're creating your journal cards, that is something to consider. Is that the texture is super fun on a level, but you might want to consider usability as well. So let's go ahead and pull the journal back in and tuck in some of these lovely things that we made. Okay. So yeah, let's just go ahead and go through and tuck in some of this awesomeness. And see, even these are totally just tuckable as they are. They don't need to be made into something else, see? And I mean, they could totally be used to, you know, embellish one of these pages. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just cover up some of those words. Make that a little more themed, you know, than just those book page words, whatever it is. It's out of a book about Marcel Proust. So I'm sure it's interesting, but there we go. And now we've got a cute little ghost on that page instead of that text. So just another way to use up your little elements. Like so, but that's just, this is how I work, you know. I don't have a plan. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like before I'm done. I'm always surprised. I will go back with some washi tape and get those edges. There we go. I really wanted on this page, I really liked a peculiar, oh my goodness, I'm not, that word, music. You know, I thought that was really cool, like peeking out behind the Halloween themed page there. Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead and just, let's see, do we want to tuck that in or do we want to... use it on a page? Oh, here's a fun way to add an envelope, is if you have one of these little pages here, you can just add in, you know, a page, and if it looks weird, you know, on this side, because sometimes vellum does, this one turned out okay. You really aren't seeing it, especially after you tuck some things into this envelope that won't be noticeable at all. But I was thinking that this would be a good place to use some of my strips that I have left. I know I have some. I know I do. Just have to shuffle and find them. There we go. And so I was thinking this would be a great place, you know, if it was weird. Now, like I said, in this case, it's not. I'm not, you know, but let's just say that it is. And let's see. This is a fun way to use up this extra height at the top. Just fold it over. Yep, there we go, like so. And it will become a page tab. So I'm just going to wipe off the excess of my glue up in there. But I am just gluing this page down, so there is no worry about where not to glue. This little bit is just a decorative piece that is just being, you know, glued down. No worry about, you know, which edge is open, which edge needs to, you know, stay a pocket, or any of that. Okay, so I got it where I wanted it. Now I'm going to flip the page over and fold that area down. And now we've got a little page tab there. Like so. And that way you'll be able to flip open directly to that envelope page whenever you want. So that is why I make my strips. All of my strips on my pages like this tend to go the long ways on the paper, even though we do work with the paper folded in half most of the time. I do that so you have options. You know, if this had been any shorter, I would not have been able to pull off the angle bit here. I have some glue issues. But you know what? That's what washi tape is for. Is to go back and cover up any of those little things that you might have. Let's go ahead and stick this guy right there. And we'll just load up, because like I have so much, right? I have so many tuckables at this point. So much to add in. So that's what I'll be doing, is I'm going to go ahead and finish that out, going ahead and figuring out where I'm going to tuck everything, if I'm going to make anything else, anything like that. And then on our next video will just be the flip through. So thank you so much for joining me, and don't forget to come back for part 3 and to go check out my coffee shop and go get those freebies. Thank you so much.